Hey everyone, Captain BEARDZ here, bringing you another Langrisser mobile video. Let's get it. Alright guys, before we get into the character guide / showcase today, there's going to be 3 quick things I have to mention. First, make sure you guys go to your mailbox. They are giving some compensation rewards and stuff like that, just because there was a bunch of network issues happening last night. So they are giving us some stuff for that, which is really awesome. And 2, April 31st, there is no April 31st. Duh, I looked at my calendar, I was like, oh man, yeah, I completely forgot about that. And so the skin thing is not real. The code was real, but it was a limited time, and a lot of my chat people and comments and subscribers have been telling me that the code is no longer active. It was just a one-day thing. So if you do try to put that code in, apparently it is not working anymore. But if it is working for you, comment down below and let me know. Also, try not to troll people, guys. I know you might go down there and say, yeah, the code is working, and then people try it out and it's not working. Yeah, so if it's not working, then it's not working. It was only 1 Trinity voucher, but don't get me wrong, Trinity vouchers, 1 Trinity voucher can go a long way. You know, I'm at 6 already, and that's literally just from the game itself, from doing different things in the game, rewards and things like that. And I haven't even bought any Trinity vouchers yet. Second thing, I believe, or third thing, or fourth thing, whatever this is, I believe we are getting a banner this week. The Twilight Lullaby banner, Zoraita's banner goes away in 2 days, so I believe we are going to be getting a banner her last day or the day right after her banner. So something to understand, I think it's a focus banner, I'm not too sure. I don't think they're going to give us the new units just yet, so they might give us time for that. So just if you guys were wondering if we're going to get a new banner this week, I believe we are. I heard somewhere we are, but I'm not too sure. So it's your last 2 days to go after Zoraita. Like I said, I'm going to do 10 more tickets, and then after that, I am completely done. It's going to be 10 singles, and then I'm completely done. I have no more left to give. From that point out, it's just way too much. Way too much. Anyways, guys, let's get into the character guide / showcase. Alright, guys, so today's character guide / showcase, as you can see by the title, is the man DIEHARTE. Now, DIEHARTE is a very good unit, and arguably he can kind of replace Leon if you don't have Leon. If you have Leon, then I highly recommend put DIEHARTE on pause and train Leon immediately. But if you do not have Leon, then DIEHARTE can make a very strong blue unit. Do note he's not on the Empire Honors team, so he can't help you there, but he is part of 3 other, or I should say 2 other good teams, because the protagonist is a good team, but Matthew, being the leader of the protagonist, his fusion power faction buff is not too great. That's why a lot of people say the protagonist is not too great. Then you got the Origins Light. The Origins Light team is very strong now that Jug is in the game. So running Jug and then running DIEHARTE, you can swap between their fusion powers. Jug is a more complex unit, and he does need all the skills he can possibly take, so the fusion power is best run on DIEHARTE than Jug. And that's my opinion, though. You know, if you guys think it should be run on Jug and not DIEHARTE, comment down below and let me know why. And then they got Tiaras. Tiaras is a very powerful unit. You guys know that. Her heals are insane. Her buffs are insane actually too. And then Luna is a beast in herself. And then Silverwolf, Kirikaze, Sophia are very good units too. And of course the girl Freya. You gotta have Freya in there. Anyways, besides that, the next one would be the Meteor Strike team, which is a team that makes me cry because I can't for the life of me get my Zoraita. Anyways, besides that, the Meteor Strike team is supposed to be your end game team. I hear a lot of people say it's the end game PvP team, and I think this is going to be a very solid team too. I have been looking at the team. I've been looking at the kit that it brings to the table, and this is like your assassin team. This is what a lot of people say is the Assassin's Creed team. So pretty much you're going to get in, you're going to kill people, and you're going to get out. It's a very good team. I really wish I could run it, but obviously I do not have Zoraita. Anyways, let's get into the upgrade class section first. Now, as you can see, mine is level 52 out of 58. Power level around 2,500, so he's not too bad. I was trying to get him way higher before the video, but for the life of me, and I mean the life of me, I could not roll good enchantments at all. I mean, the stats on my enchantments is not nowhere near what I want to be. So that is kind of upsetting for me personally. But besides that, let's go into the classes here. So he starts as a knight. Now DieHarte was a free SSR that you got if you started the game way back in the beginning. Like if you started very beginning, you got DieHarte for free because there was a lot of miscommunication, there was a lot of mistakes. So they decided, you know what, for the people who started, here you go, free DieHarte, and on top of that you're gonna get your free Sherry after the 7 days. So very nice of them, especially because DieHarte is such a strong endgame unit. I mean, he's very good in the beginning, and I say mid to early game you can easily take DieHarte down the Highlander Royal Knight path and he will do some work for you. But if you want to have a different role with him like I did, then you can go ahead and take him down the High Master route. Now before we get into that, so going into a knight here, you get to move again. Move again is very nice because when attacking, damage increases by 10%, which is good in itself because, you know, extra damage is always good. If remaining mobility is not 0, can move again after attacking. So if he has 5 blocks to move and he only moves 4 blocks in attacks, that means he can actually move 1 block after he attacks. So very good. And if you play with it the right way, it can be just like Leon. So he can pretty much go in excuse me, he can go in, hit somebody, and then move away. So if you can actually utilize his spacing just right, then you can actually do some really good work with him. And this move actually becomes really good when you actually take him down his assassin's route, but we'll go into that in a second. The majority of people take him down the Highlander into the Royal Knight route, which is going to be pretty much, he's like a Leon, if I'm going to be real with you. He's the Leon of the Origins of Light team, if that makes any sense. Right, so he's got strike here, active skill, attack increases by 20%. Last one turn, when cast, you can move another 3 blocks and attack. So pretty much if you're trying to reach a target, or in PvP you're trying to get across the board, then you have strike on. What you do is you have the mobility from the knight, from Highlander and Royal Knight, right? Because if you go the assassin route, your mobility is kind of shot. You have the mobility, you can cross the board, and then you can activate your strike here to move again while your attack is increased. And when you hit somebody, you'll have increased attack. And maybe if you are running this, your move again, you'll actually be able to move after a little bit. If you utilize, like I said, if you utilize the spacing when it comes to the 3 blocks. So if you only have to move 1 block, then you can move 2 blocks back. So something to think about, guys. Then the Royal Knight, which is where a lot of people go to, gives you a passive. The passive is a 2 cost, and the passive is definitely worth it if you are going to be running the assassin role, right? For every 1 block move before battle, unit crit increases by 5%. Crit damage increases by 5%. So this is extremely good to get, and I'm probably going to get it before I go into the showcase here, because if you're running the assassin role, I feel like this is a must for him as an assassin. Do understand though that if you do end up picking this up, Violent Dash, which is, like I said, it's extremely good just because it's a passive. You do understand though, it's a 2 cost. So what you're gonna have to do is most likely run Calamity, run Violent Dash, and then you won't be able to run your Light of Hope, which does suck, it really does. But then you have space for sneak attack, you have space for move again, you know, things like that. And then Jug is just gonna have to run the fusion power. So you're gonna have to make a sacrifice there, but like I said, that Violent Dash is really freaking good, especially if you're gonna take him down the assassin path. If you're gonna go the assassin path, Violent Dash is really nice. And even in this path here, it's actually pretty good too. So moving into his next move, 1000 Hooves. So just like Leon here, this is a very strong single target move. Attacks a single enemy, dealing 1.7 times damage. After battle, enemy's mobility -2 and cannot guard. This is really strong. It cannot be dispelled, which is good too. Super great PvP move and super strong move. Like I said, this move is really good for PvP and good for PvE too, just because you can do some crazy damage on a lot of units. Then you got the Swordsman. The Swordsman's not too bad. Detect crit increase by 10%. when dealing damage, 50% chance to disable enemies' passive skills. Last 2 turns, 100% chance to trigger when landing a critical hit. Not too bad. I mean, if you're going after that crit increase by 10%, pretty nice. It has a 1 cost. Now, I don't recommend picking it up because I feel like Move Again and Sneak are just way better in itself. So yeah, I don't really recommend throwing the rune in this. Your best bet is, if you're going to do anything, rune up Royal Knight and High Master, and then you're good to go here. Now, looking at the Raider here, which is the path I went to, you get Sneak Attack. That's the first move you get. It's a 1 cost. It has it's a passive. When dealing critical damage in battle, deals extra fixed damage once after battle. Damage 2 times hero's attack. So you want to build this guy high attack. Build him on crits because he is an assassin, and most assassins in this game are built upon crits. But while looking at the stat buffs and stuff like that, try to go after some attack too, especially with DIEHARTE because he has Sneak Attack. And that 2 times hero's attack is very nice. The damage is really good from it. So pretty good, guys. I like running Sneak Attack over Move Again just because I feel like Move Again is great, but it's subject. You guys could argue, oh, Sneak Attack is better or Move Again is better. It's up to you pretty much. Do note that when you do Sneak Attack though, you are not going to get any buffs when you're dueling damage. So when dealing critical damage in battle, deals extra fixed damage once after battle. So 1, you have to crit, and 2, you have to be in battle. So you have to do battle, right? And that's after battle, or that's being attacked or doing attacking. So, but you have to crit, unlike Move Again, where when attacking, damage increases by 10%. That's just going to happen. You're going to get damage increased by 10%. So if you're looking for a more balanced and more damage dealing all the time move, then Move Again is the way to go. Now moving into High Master here. Now Move Again, another thing forgot to mention, Move Again is great too if you are running the Royal Knight, just because you have a lot of mobility. When you are running into the Assassin though, your mobility kind of dims down a bit. So that's another reason why I don't really run Move Again, just because my mobility is already shot, so there's no point, because I'll probably be using all the space I can. Anyways, into the High Master here. So the High Master, the reason why I went High Master the very first time is for the Light of Hope, which is DIEHARTE's fusion power for the Origin of Light team. Active in defense, increased significantly for all Origins of Light members within range. That's the entire map. I don't know why they say within range. They should change that. I know Span says all, but it should definitely say for Origins of Light allies. That's it. It's not within range. Grants the buff when unit has 5 or more buffs, all stats increase by 15%. Last 4 turns. It's pretty easy to get 5 buffs in this game. Once you hit the Light of Hope, that gives you like, what is it, 4 buffs, 3-4 buffs, something like that. So 1 more, and then you get your stats increased by 15%. So this is a very strong fusion power, and a lot of people actually say that DIEHARTE does carry one of the strongest fusion powers in the game for his team. But like I said, that's more like an opinion. So I've been running a lot of Jug's fusion power, just because I feel like my DIEHARTE he can benefit from other things. But if you are not opening up the Royal Knight path and getting Violent Dash, then yeah, you can easily fit space for the Light of Hope fusion power. Now besides that, what you're going after is Calamity. Now Calamity is a physical damage move, but it does have range, so it's gonna ignores guard, and attacks the enemy directly, dealing 1.3 times damage. Before battle, drains a maximum of 2 buffs from the enemy. So this is where things kind of get a little bit strategic, if I should say, right? Because if you activate Light of Hope, he's gonna have, I think, like I said, 3 or 4 buffs on him from the fusion power itself, and then you still don't have that stats increased by 15%. If you go and hit Calamity on somebody and they have buffs on them, 2 buffs on them, you're gonna steal their buffs, which is then gonna proc off your Light of Hope. So your stats are gonna then increase by 15%, and then you're gonna hit them with the 1.3 times damage. Alright, ignoring the guard, and attacking the enemy directly, right? So this move is extremely good if you can somehow manage, and then you can actually get your fusion power to kick off pretty easily. But something to understand about Calamity. Now it's still a good move even if you scratch the bottom there. The drains a maximum of 2 buffs from the enemy. If you just look at that first part, ignores guard and attacks the enemy directly, dealing 1.3 times damage. That in itself is really good. But the before battle drains a maximum of 2 buffs from the enemy. That's extremely good for PvP. For PvP, that's absolutely clutch, right? Especially if you have a tanky Sherry, Varg, a healer. Those guys, if they are tanking and they have a bunch of buffs on them, throw DieHarde in there, hit them with Calamity, and they will be stripped away like butter. Anyways, guys, let's get into the talents / skills. Alright, guys, so we're in the talent / skills here. So for the talent, you got free will here. Crit increased by 10%, which is really good. This is showing how much he wants to be an assassin and how much he wants to be built on crit, guys. After eliminating an enemy, will trigger smoke. All damage taken is decreased by 30%. Lasts 1 turn, has a 3-turn cooldown. Very good, especially when you start him up, because that's when the 3-turn cooldown drops down and the 30% goes up. So very, very good here. That crit increase by 10% comes in handy, especially with his other moves, and if you chain things together, can be very, very clutch. After eliminating an enemy, will trigger smoke. So if you really want to try to get a kill with him, if you can get a kill with him, that smoke is really nice because all damage taken decreased by 30%. Now let's look at the skills here. Now the skills I usually like to run. I have move again because I was testing a couple things out. And like I said, if you want good balanced damage consistently, then move again is the way to go because you get damage increased by 10%. But if you want to be a little bit risky, go ahead and throw on sneak attack. Just because after a battle, he's gonna throw damage 2 times hero's attack, which is really good. That's the move I currently like to run, and this is my current setup right here. So do note, when you're using DieHarde, he becomes a ranged unit. So if you throw on, let's remove Light of Hope here and throw on Onrush, right? If you throw on Onrush as a ranged unit, he would then need to go up to a unit and hit them with this, which kind of goes against what he wants to do. He wants to hit from afar. He doesn't want to be up close in somebody's face. So do understand that, guys, that once you make him an assassin, Onrush is not really good anymore. So yeah, you can still use it if you want, but I highly recommend against it if he's an assassin. Now if he is the Royal Knight, then Onrush is a beautiful move. But if you're an assassin, you still want some good attack, you still want some good mobility, then this is not bad either. So then what you do here is you move across the map, you activate Strike. Their attack increases by 20%. That lasts 1 turn. Then you can move another 3 blocks and attack. So then what you do is you move 3 blocks, then you hit the person with Calamity. Now if you hit the person with Calamity, then your sneak attack is going to proc off. And by the way, your attack percent went up, so sneak attack is actually going to do more damage. So that's a little combo you can do. It's a very powerful combo. Something I currently like to do a lot when I'm running Jug. When I'm not running Jug and I'm running DieHarde, then I do swap over my Strike for my Light of Hope. So something to think about too. But like I said, I'm probably most likely gonna go in here and pick a Violent Dash just because I feel like this is like amazing. It's an amazing move, especially for any assassin in the game. Anyways, let's get into the next thing here. I already went over the skills in the upgrade class section, so I'm not going to go into detail on those. We got the class here. Now I got one more gem to get, and then I get the Demon Hunters. They're okay. You get mobility with them. Before attacking, 45% chance to reduce enemies' mobility by 2 and decrease defense by 20%. Lasts 1 turn. It's okay. I mean, I'm not a big fan of them. Me personally, I think the best units for him has an assassin. Do note that, please, guys. Please do note that. As an assassin, I think his best unit is the Shinobis easily, right? Crit increased by 12%. Critical hits deal extra damage after battle. 8% of enemy units max HP, right? So this is extremely good. You power these guys up, one, your crit increase is going to go up, and the extra damage is going to be very nice too. So there's a lot of extra damage proccing off after battle, one from his sneak attack and then two from his Shinobis, and they can be extremely lethal for the opponent if they are not careful. So as an assassin, Shinobis I feel are the absolute best. Sharpshooters are not bad either, and demon hunters are not bad either, because they do carry the mobility or the range, so he'll be able to attack from afar and they will be able to keep doing work for him. But I do feel like the Shinobis are the best for him as an assassin. Now if you take him down his blue route, then you have a couple choices here. Dragoons are very solid. They're gonna give a raw increase in stats, so more like a balanced approach again. When attacking, attack and defense increase by 14%. Really good. Powered up with his sneak attack, very good too. So Dragoons, very solid. What else we got here? Heaven's Guard. I hear a lot of people give him Heaven's Guard. Soldier attack increases by 5% with each block pass before attacking, 15% at most. So pretty much gonna do a lot more work, you could say. If you move a lot, they're gonna do more damage. Not too bad. I feel like the Dragoons, I mean, when attacking, attack and defense increased by 14%. So, you know, they're almost there at that 15% and you don't even have to move that much. So, I mean, they're both really good. I take nothing from either one of those sides. The Royal Knights, Griffins, yeah, no, so I'd highly recommend either Heaven's Guard, Dragoon, or Shinobis. Shinobis for assassin, easily 100% by far, and Dragoon or Heaven's Guard for the blue, the Royal Knight path, easily, right? And that's what I pretty much recommend for the soldiers. If you guys are building him with the soldiers or the skills in any way, let me know. Let's get into the equipment here. So for the equipment, as you can see, my DieHard does not have a lot of SSR equipment. He does have the extreme magic bow, which I think is phenomenal. And then you are going to see that my stats on my enchantments there are not where I want to be. I'm very disappointed with my stats right now. But anyways, besides that, the bow attack plus 4%. Unit damage is not reduced in melee battle. So pretty much if somebody goes up to him and attacks him, not really a big deal. He's still going to keep his level of damage during a melee battle. So very good. Not amazing, but still pretty good. And I definitely want to actually start this up because attack plus 4%. I want to get that a little bit higher. Then my next thing is going to be the Adventure Jacket, just increasing his HP. I did get this up to 4-star here. And we got that 6% HP, which is really nice. Then the next is going to be the helmet. I was going to switch this over to HP also, but I decided to give him a little bit more defense. So defense plus 6%, which is really nice too. And then the speed boots. I went with the speed boots because I wanted my assassin to have a little bit more mobility. And they give the HP, so not crazy on the mobility, but I mean +1 is something, right? And then HP plus 3%, which I think is super clean too. Now let's go over the stats here from the enchantments. Now with the enchantments, I went with Blazing Sun. Pretty easy, guys. With DieHard, you either throw on Meteor or Blazing Sun. I actually recommend Meteor over Blazing Sun because Meteor is going to give you more balanced, I should say. Let's go into it here. Now before we go into that, let's go ahead and take a look at my stats here. I got attack plus 5%, attack 10, and defense 3. Not too bad. I couldn't roll attack, so I kept the attack plus 5%, attack 10. Then here I got attack 4, defense 2%, attack 2%. Like I said, I tried rolling all of these each like 10 times and I just couldn't get anything better at all. So I had to keep my stats here. I wish you can get the attack a little bit higher, but I'll take it. Defense 2%, attack 2%. And then we got our survival helmet. Survival helmet, I got attack plus 2%, magic defense 4%. He's a ranged unit, so the magic defense I will definitely take. And then my last thing here, which is going to be my speed boots, which is magic defense 4%, which is not too bad, like I said, and crit 15%, which I'm not even going to touch. I'm not even going to look at. That is staying there, right there. And then the enchantments I recommend for this guy. Alright, let's go back here. Go into Forge. Enchantments I recommend for this guy. So currently I'm running Blazing Sun. That gives crit plus 5%, which is very good. So I definitely recommend either Blazing Sun or Meteor, at least for that crit percent, right? And then for Blazing Sun, 4-piece crit damage plus 20%. So that means when I crit, I'm going to do extra crit damage, which I really like seeing those crit numbers from him. It can be very deadly, very nice, very lethal. But like I did say, I highly recommend Meteor, especially if you want something a little bit more balanced. You're still going to get the crit plus 5%, but when attacking units of HP above 80%, all damage dealt after entering battle plus 20%. So it's almost like you're going to get the Blazing Sun, except this one with Meteor, if the unit has above 80% HP, all your damage is going to do 20%, not just crit damage. So that's why I say Meteor could be a little bit better, but then again, if that unit HP is below 80%, you are not going to see that 20% increase in damage, which can be very, very, very annoying. So that's why I threw on Blazing Sun. Now, Full Moon is not too bad with him either. Definitely good. I mean, attack plus 5%, HP, blah, blah, blah. Very good, especially if you can get your Full Moon to roll some crit stats, then it can be very good, that too. What else we got here? Breeze, not too bad either. And Rough Sea, actually not too bad either. When attacking, attack increases by 10% and damage taken is reduced by 15%. Do note, he's probably not going to take a lot of damage if you have him as an assassin. If you have him as a Royal Knight, then yes, this is extremely good. But if you have him as an assassin, then Rough Sea, you're not going to see really that second part, because when attacking, attack by 10%, you're only going to see that if you're attacking a ranged unit. Anyways, guys, so that is my DieHarte build at the current moment. If you are building him in any other way, please comment down below and let me know. Right now, guys, let's get into the showcase. Alright, guys, so we're in the showcase here. We're in a 7-1 time rift. Enemy levels are 47. So nothing too crazy, but my DieHarte is not such a high level himself, so I thought it'd be fine. I did go ahead and upgrade his Shinobis, and I did go ahead and get the move here. Where is it at? Right there. The Violent Dash here. Just so we could put it to the test together here. And I'm running the Origins of Light team, and Jug is going to be the one to carry the fusion power here. Now, the fusion power, Jug is really good when you have enemies that are a little bit weaker. So if you can get your enemies to be weak, then that's when his fusion power can really kick off and be extremely strong. So believe it or not, running Luna, and my Luna's not trained right now, that's why I'm not running her. Running Luna in that spot there and having her do her AoE attacks on the units before your other units attack means Jug's fusion power can kick off, and it'll be very good. Even if you don't have Luna here, you can throw another AoE person in that spot to hit the enemies with AoE damage, and then have your other units just come in for the kill there. So something to recognize when you're using your Origins of Light team and Jug is running the fusion power. Alright, so anyways, guys, let's get into the mission here. Now, I am running Freya, but I see a lot of reds here, so I'm not sure. I might have to restart this one and, yeah, swap off Freya for somebody else. Maybe Lana, so that way I can hit with some AoE damage here. Alright, so what we'll do here is we'll have our boy Jug take front line, and we'll have him just sit there. Freya's still going to jump in front of shots. I'm still going to activate her move there, her lance. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to have our boy go ahead and hit this red unit here. Should we hit with Calamity? I mean, he does have a buff, so I'll strip the buff. I'll absorb the buff, I should say. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit with Calamity. 6,200, sneak attack procs off 1,700, fatal blow procs off 969. Beautiful deeps there. Beautiful. Alright, so definitely not bad at all, and the unit is actually almost dead, which does help tremendously for our our girl Freya here, because we do not want Freya to jump in front of shots. Now, if I did activate prayer before all that, I would have actually done a lot more damage. So, hold on. Not a lot more, but probably a little bit more significant amount. So we're going to do that first. We're going to go ahead, hit prayer here. Unfortunately not. Actually, we should be able to reach that. There we go. Because prayer does increase attack power, I believe. I think that's what it does. I'm not going to look at it right now because I don't want to take all the time in the world for this. And let's go ahead and hit with Calamity again. Hopefully we get a crit again. There we go. So we did get a crit that time. Sneak attack and fatal blow. So about the same amount. But now we got prayer active, so that means when they go and attack us, which they're probably going to hit Freya here, they won't do as much damage. I am still going to have my Leon come in here and do work because, like I said, there is a lot of reds there, so I don't want my Freya taking too much damage. I have not swapped over my Leon just yet, guys. I am going to be I am going to be switching him over to Rough Sea or Full Moon. I'm leaning heavily towards Rough Sea right now. Damn, I was hoping that would have killed him too. All her little debuffs there. But that was going to kill. Oh, they're going to go after the little green spots there. Okay. Tank it. There we go. Hit the procs. Hit it. Boom. They healed up too, so that's a-okay. Alright, so now we're going to have to chase. Damn it. Okay. That's fine. We got Jug on the case here. Alright, so I want to move as much as possible so that way my my move here, Violent Dash, can give me as much damage as possible coming from my crits and stuff like that. So the more move space I got, the more damage I'm going to do with our boy DIEHARTE here. Beautiful. Now that should kill. Yep, easy. Alright, we got to hunt down those greens there because they're trying to go for that escape path. Alright, Freya. Let's go. This is why I love Tiaras, guys. Her mobility is insane. Just so nice. She's going to jump in front of that shot, which does suck, but that's a-okay. She should be able to take it. Yeah, she did take a lot of damage there, but she was still able to tank it, though. There we go. So thanks to Tiaras' healing factor there, or healing light, I should say. Believe it or not, that threw Freya above the HP threshold, so she was able to activate both of her barbs. Now, unfortunately, that unit did have, I don't want to spoil anything, unfortunately, that unit did have, this is one thing that's very annoying that I need to fix in the game. If I skip dialogue, you should skip all dialogue. So, I don't like how they do that. I'm going after that red unit, he ain't escaping. Alright, so we should go after this green on the top there. Now, hitting these green units does suck because they are very tankish, so that's how Lancers are usually built. But of course, he's going to jump in front of the shot. Completely forgot about that. Still crit for 6,600. Here we go. Where's the damage? Sneak attack and fatal blow. Beautiful. So, very, very beautiful. We'll have Leon. Yeah, we'll have Leon do this. Oh, I forgot. Yep. I forgot I'm dealing with greens right now. Jeesh. Beards, get on it. What are you doing, bro? Okay. Freya, you're going to go here so you can tank. And then Tiaras healing. Mass heal. There we go. Alright. Sorrowful choice. Reflect damage. Let's go. Tank it. Come on. Healing light. Heal back up. Barb. Barb again. No, I forgot. She won't activate Barb again because her thing's not up. Her Lance passive there is not up. Alright, Hard Rock did kick off. She already had Healing Light kick off. Heavy Shield just kicked off there, so now she should be able to survive this. Beautiful. Healing Light. Barb. Beautiful. Now do remember, guys, that these guys are healing from their stupid little moves here, which sucks, but that's a-okay. You thought you were gonna escape. I freaking love Jug as my behemoth. He just hunts. He's a freaking hunter. Beautiful. Alright, let's start chopping down on these greens here. Okay. DIEHARTE should be able to clean this guy up. Alright, he didn't. Oh, I forgot the other guy jumped in front, but that's gonna clean up though. Okay, beautiful. TRS needs to heal up Freya here. Alright, Leon, go ahead and do this. Kill this red. Okay, now we need... Okay. Trying to, yeah, that's what we do. Make sure we heal up our girl here. If this green was smart, he'd go after Freya. I mean, he'd go after DIEHARTE, but I am going to activate Lance here, so he won't be able to attack my TRS or my DIEHARTE. Rolling a tank with your assassin is a very smart thing to do, so that way when they try to attack your assassin or they even try to attack your healer, your tank is going to consistently jump in front, which is very, very good. We could go after that red there and start our Jug going after the other dude here, but we'll have Jug go after him himself. Now, I believe, yeah, the Origin of the Light buff is back up, so we're going to go ahead and proc that off. Alright, and we're going to hit this guy with, yeah, that's going to give me a good amount of move space there. Actually, I could do this and then have Freya jump in front of the shots there. Yeah, so that's what I'll do. And I'm not going to hit him with Calamity just yet. I'm going to save the Calamity. 3,400 crit, so sneak attack. And then Fatal Blow, 1,106. Not too bad there. Alright, then we'll have Freya move up here, and so she's going to be our shot jumper. Leon, go ahead, proc those. There we go. I hate how tanky the Lancers are in this game. Alright, we're going to do that. And I know Freya's going to jump in front of the shots anyway, so should be a-okay here. Okay, Wind Whisper. I forgot that guy has Wind Whisper. Did quite a bit of damage to everybody else but Freya there, which is good. Very good, because there we go. Okay, so she trucked down her, which is very good. Alright, Jug, go take care of this guy. He's starting to get too annoying there. Alright, almost there. Let's go ahead and hit this dude with Calamity here. Get a good move space there. There we go, 4,900. Sneak attack and Fatal Blow, chopping him down. Very good. Alright, now this should be able to kill here. Alright, almost kill, but should be fine. Because we do have Prayer back up, so let's go ahead and hit that. And then Freya can remain here. Now DIEHARTE is in danger here, just because Freya does not. Oh, never mind. Oh, haha, ha ha ha! It's over. You made a fatal mistake. Okay, there we go. This guy's escaping. Jug is gonna go kill him now. Anyways, guys, that was your showcase / guide for the boy DIEHARTE and how I play him. I take him down the assassin role. If you actually want to see me take him down the Royal Knight path and do a showcase on that, go ahead and comment down below and let me know, and I will be happy to bring you guys that video. Anyways, guys, let me skip that. I don't want to spoil anything. It's your boy Captain Beards. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Oh, hit my bottle. Peace out.